Since arriving at the club 2 seasons ago, Nicolas Jackson has been Chelsea's top scorer in the Premier League from open play. Cole Palmer has scored more goals than him, of course, but that's if you add the penalties Palmer has scored. This is my point. The club has not helped Jackson go to that next level. If you compare him to the strikers that score more goals than him every season, like Salah, like Haaland, like Kane in the first season, even in the previous years, when you talk Henrys, you talk the likes of Agueros, you talk Rooney's, these are players who take penalties for their club. But for us, we have a striker who doesn't take penalties. Look at his first season. He scored 14 goals from open play, but Cole Palmer scored, I think, 8 penalties. Had that been given to your striker, he's already in the 2020s, 23, 25. And when a striker has already gotten a goal in the game, it gives him more confidence to score another goal. But for Chelsea, we have a striker, actually a struggling striker, who is trying his best, but the penalties are taken by a midfielder. I'm not saying that Palmer should not be taking penalties, but maybe there should be a balance. You recall when we had Hazard, the season when there was Diego Costa, Hazard could allow Diego Costa to take penalties, even if Hazard was the designated penalty taker. Even when Jorginho was there, when Lukaku came, Jorginho was selfless. He could allow Lukaku to take penalties, if you recall very well. But at Chelsea, I think this is a problem. You recall the time when we had Drogba Lampard. Drogba is the striker. There was a time he was, I think, in the race for the Golden Boot with Wayne Rooney. On the final day, we get a penalty, and Lampard can't give the penalty to Drogba. Actually, it's only that we got another penalty maybe late in the game. That's when Lampard had to allow Drogba to take the penalty. But that's so selfish. I think we need to work on that. You look at maybe a team like Manchester City, when they get penalties and there is a player on a brace, like there is I think in last season, but one just covered you had scored 2 goals. When they got a penalty, he had to take, but he talked with Haaland and he allowed Haaland to take the penalties. Same thing should happen here. The other season we got a penalty against, I think, Everton. Cole Palmer had already scored an hat-trick, 3 goals. But you get a penalty. Actually, it's Nicolas Jackson that won that penalty. And Palmer can't give the penalty to Jackson or Madueke. This should become, really, we need Palmer to be a legend, but not only for goals, also your character.